Welcome to First Things First, Part 1 of this Cyber Safety Seminar. I'm Mark Strome. As a school principal and child advocate, I've been honored to speak on this subject for more than 4 years. As you can imagine, during that time, I've heard some tragic stories. One thing I found, parents who are involved and spend the time to learn how to keep their children safe are never sorry they did. Thank you for investing your time by listening to the Cyber Safety Seminar. Parents. In order for us to understand this curious cyber world our children live in, we need to recognize some key differences between them and us. We have this love-hate relationship with our technology. We see our computers, cell phones, and other technology-based instruments as tools providing a needed function. When they work right, we're happy. When they don't, we're very upset. But for us, these are functional tools. However, our children see technology as very different. Their iPod just doesn't play music. It makes a statement about them. They do not merely communicate on Facebook, but they party, they swing, or they blow off steam. To our children, technology is an experience to be lived. For us, it's functional. For them, it's an experience. Based on experiences they like, our children choose a variety of technologies to get involved in, including photo sharing, where they get to highlight their favorite subject themselves. Social networks, where the girls spend much more time on social networks than the boys, but those boys typically show up where the girls are hanging around. Texting, including sending text, pictures, and video, seems to satisfy their urge for instant communication. A variety of websites allowing for self-expression. Many of these sites are associated or connected with social networks and allow our children all manner of self-expression, from quizzes on themselves to rating their classroom teachers. And gaming sites are a favorite of boys. These include sites where one competes against the game itself, against a high score, or directly against others who are simultaneously signed on to the site. Gaming sites also include gambling sites where one can play for money or for points and prizes or recognition. Keep in mind that for hundreds of years, girls have loved connecting, boys have loved conquering, and these basic drives continue with or without technology. It's important for you as a parent to recognize the differences from the world you grew up in. Your world, where most of what you read, the movies you watched, the music you listened to, and the games you played were all carefully orchestrated by professionals and typically screened by your parents. If a stranger wanted to call you, they had to risk having your parents pick up the phone. This is not the world your children are experiencing. Today's technology presents people to talk to, materials to be read, seen, watched, and played, which have been generated either by non-professionals or professionals who are not worried that you will see what they're creating. And they may or may not have your child's best interests in mind. The direct distribution of this material makes the traditional screening and protection methods obsolete. The internet is not like a newspaper dispensing official information, but rather like open mic night at the local bar. You never know what you are going to get. This technology has given our children great freedom and variety, but it has also exposed them to unprecedented dangers. Just like a chemistry experiment can turn bad if certain chemicals are mixed. For cyber problems to begin, we need 3 things to come together. So, what are those 3 ingredients? Well, first, you need a child. Our children are naturally curious. Some of them, and many of them, are ignorant. Some rebellious or undisciplined or disconnected, and that can cause special problems. Next, we need a tool of power. Nowadays, that's a computer, a cell phone, a camera, online video games, etc. Then finally, we need places where they can gather that are unprotected and unmonitored. Well, we're not going to get rid of our children, so we're going to have to settle for curbing their curiosity to teach and train them, and for some children we're going to have to restrict them. Most of us want our children to learn how to use technology in a proper way, so we're going to have to learn to respect them as tools of power, and again, limit their use, and for many they're going to have to earn their use as well. While we can partially address the first two ingredients, we can clearly address the third ingredient through proper parenting. Cyber Safety Seminar aims to teach parents how to teach, limit, protect, and monitor their children to help keep those children safe. As you can see here, the consequences are too great to ignore the problem. We must help our children avoid being exploited and victimized. Special care should be given by parents to protect their sons and daughters in ways that are specific to the temptations that their child will face. While each child must be protected from exploitation and victimization, boys will face some challenges and girls will face some others. Each of these should be addressed. Addressing these specific gender issues will not only strengthen your child, but it will also help ensure they do not fall victim. Remember, there are many wonderful aspects to the cyber world. It is not an impossible task to keep your child safe. Cyber Safety Seminar will show you how to take the needed steps to safety. Neutralizing the dangers is not a mystery. We need to teach and train our children. We need to limit and control the technologies they have access to. And finally, we need to protect and monitor their activities. Cyber Safety Seminar will help you deal with each of these needed steps. Cyber Safety Seminar exists to help you keep your children safe in the cyber world. Please, would you let your friends know about these available materials? Next in the seminar series, an important and often overlooked prerequisite for keeping your child safe with all technologies. CSS Video 2, a prerequisite to success with safety, can be viewed at cybersafetyseminar.com.